Imagine living in a jungle, surviving on wild fruit and stolen rice with a rifle in your hands, still believing you're fighting a war that ended decades ago. This is the incredible true story of Hiro Onoda, a Japanese soldier who didn't surrender until 29 years after World War II had ended. Onoda was born in Japan in 1922. He joined the Imperial Japanese Army and was trained in guerrilla warfare and survival. In late 1944, as Japan's position in the war weakened, he was sent to Lubang Island in the Philippines. His mission? Sabotage enemy forces, destroy airstrips, and most importantly, never surrender under any circumstances. In August 1945, the war officially ended, but to Onoda, it was unthinkable. He and his comrades believed the surrender leaflets were fake, part of an Allied trap. They saw every attempt to reach them as deception. And so they vanished into the jungle. Months turned into years. They lived in hiding, building makeshift shelters from bamboo, collecting rainwater, and surviving off the land. Occasionally, they would raid local farms for supplies. The villagers feared them. They thought the war was still ongoing. Skirmishes broke out, people were hurt, and still, Onoda held his ground. One by one, his comrades died or surrendered, but Onoda remained. His loyalty was unshakable. To him, his mission was sacred. In 1959, Japan presumed him dead. He had become a ghost, forgotten by time, but still alive. He sharpened his blade, kept his rifle oiled, and waited. Then, in 1974, everything changed. A young Japanese traveler named Norio Suzuki set out to find Lieutenant Onoda, a panda, and the abominable snowman. Incredibly, he found Onoda in just 4 days, but Onoda refused to surrender. He said he was waiting for official orders from his commanding officer. So the Japanese government found Major Taniguchi, now a quiet bookseller in Japan. They flew him to Lubang Island. On March 9, 1974, Taniguchi appeared in full uniform and gave the order Onoda had waited for nearly 3 decades to hear. "The war is over, you are relieved of your duties." Onoda saluted, took off his worn uniform, his rifle, and his sword. He walked out of the jungle, after 29 years in hiding. When he returned to Japan, some hailed him as a hero. Others viewed him as a symbol of blind loyalty, a man trapped in a war that the rest of the world had long forgotten. He later moved to Brazil, became a farmer, and lived a quiet life. In 2014, he died at the age of 91. This isn't just a story about war. It's about belief, duty, and how far someone can go in the name of loyalty. 29 years alone, in a war that no longer existed. The world is full of stories like this. Real, unbelievable, unforgettable. If this one grabbed your attention, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell, because the next story might blow your mind even more.